Klein begins his book by describing the rough life of the 2040s, and this is through the eyes of Wade Walt. He's a teenage boy, and at this point in time, the environment and the global economy are crumbling so much that all people are really enjoying is what is not in the real world. They're spending all of their time with their visors and their video games instead of trying to deal with what the real world has for them. So they're just trying to live off of the resources that they have, and they survive off of what eating and doing what they need, and then they go back into the virtual reality. And Wade describes the Oasis during his childhood like having an escape hatch into a better reality. He said, "The Oasis kept me sane. It was my playground and my preschool, a magical place where anything was possible." Then he said, "My mother used it as a virtual babysitter. As soon as I was old enough to wear a visor and a pair of haptic gloves, my mom helped me create my first Oasis avatar. And she stuck me in a corner and went back to work." And we see this today in kids when they spend all their time on iPads just so the parents can get away.
In a recent survey, 70% of parents admitted to letting their kids use their user-friendly devices. But some worry about what it's doing to their tiny developing brains. The iPad didn't even exist 3 years ago, so there's no hard data yet. Is it shrinking their attention spans, ruining their eyesight, or perhaps stunting their social skills? Alright, no, you're already playing on there. No, Lady. No, 5 minutes. Meet Devin, 9, Delaney, 7, and Dalton, who's 4. They are savvy digital divas. Dalton, can you hear me? Dalton. No. Did you hear me? No. The Klauses of New Jersey are a very modern family. So if we go out to eat, which we never do, and they're all out of control, we can whip them out and they will completely be distracted until the food arrives.
Wade also describes how much he loves playing old video games. He says, "The games never failed to clear my mind and set me at ease. There, inside the game's two-dimensional universe, life was simple. It's just you and the machine. Move with your left hand, shoot with your right, and try to stay alive as long as possible." Compared to how the internet used to be, right now, internet is more of a base that we use for communities. I remember the time that we only had one tab at a time. We had to wait for everything to load for so long. We would just get onto the computer, search for the information we needed, and get off. And things were just a lot more simple, just like Wade was describing. But now the internet has kind of evolved into this second dimension for us, where we've formed communities with people that we don't even know.
There's nothing these ladies wouldn't do for each other. We're all here to help each other out.
Wolfpack for life.
Did you hear what I said? I said I'm in love with you.
No, you're not. I know what I want you to know. Really see what I want you to see. That's what you're in love with.
Just like the Oasis, it's that fake reality of entering into that virtual world of the internet that gives us the opportunity to make money, we can be a different person, and we can live life anonymously. But really, because we're living life anonymously, that also means that we can let people think what they want to, and we're never being our true selves. We can be whatever we want to be online and let people see what we want them to see.
You don't need a destination when you're running on an omnidirectional treadmill with quadraphonic pressure-sensitive underlay. James Halliday saw the future, and then he built it. He gave us a place to go, a place called the Oasis. This is The Oasis. It's a place where the limits of reality are your own imagination.
So, two questions that I have. Number one, what is one way that you have seen the internet replace real human activity? And number two, do you think people would put more effort into improving the environment if we had no internet?